Jay, I will let you take it from here with your coach.
Thanks, Alan. Coach, I always imagined this day coming, that it was going to be daunting. It was going to be a heavy day. But yet over the last day or so, even before we came on the show, hearing you talk, there seems to be a level of excitement about what's next.
Right.
You continue to provide perspective on that. Is that how you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm very excited. One, I'm still going to coach next season. And when Mickey, my wife, and I made the decision to retire at the end of the season, we wanted to make it now so there would be a runway for the new coach. Jon Scheyer will be announced today, and also where they could recruit. They could recruit the next class, because I wouldn't be coaching the next class. And so I'm excited because I still have the 1 year left. And look, I've been like an incredibly lucky guy, and you play all those highlights and whatever. It's exciting just to look back and celebrate those things, and celebrate you guys, all the great guys I've had play for me.
Coach, when did you when did you and Mickey come to this ultimate decision that this was going to be your last year, and how did you come to that?
Yeah, good question. We've been talking about it because I'm 74, we're both 74. And you start looking around and say, we're 74. Like, when did that happen? And because you're constantly in the moment of the season. And so this wasn't, I'm healthy, she is too. Not COVID, or people say, the college basketball is in horrible shape right now. And it might be, but that's not the reason. We just, about 2 months ago, said, is this really the time? And then we talked, how we are as a family. My 3 daughters, we sat down with them and had a really long talk. And before talking to anyone else, then I talked to the guys on my staff. And then it was a progression, Jay. It was a progression. And then finally I talked to my AD and then my college president, and I asked them that I would like to still coach this year, but that once you make a decision, you not just make a decision, you have to, how is it implemented? How does it work? And so we came up with this plan. Our school, as part of that plan, they wanted this. And I'm happy that we're going to try it this way. It's not just you're retiring, that's it, boom, it's over. And then I'm going to stay at the school as an ambassador and helping not just the athletic department, but the university.
Coach, I'm so curious, what attributes did you see in Jon Scheyer that made you know that he was going to be the next head coach at our school?
Well, first of all, as a player, he's just like you. Not as good as you, but he's set that. He's pretty damn good too, and
yeah.
he was a national champion, and he loved big moments. No one, you and Leighton are the two guys, and probably Reddick, that love big moments the most, and were at your best. But Jon, I saw in him as a player. The fact that he knew the game really well, it just natural. He just was, I call him a natural. And then he had an injury once he was trying to play pro ball, to an eye injury that I was able to get him back early, like he's still a young guy. And so I've had him for 8 years, and I've just seen him grow and grow. In the last few years, he was my right-hand person, my associate head coach. And Jay, he's ready. He's ready, and then with the help of Chris Carrawell and Nolan Smith, who are also fantastic, they'll do great. They'll have to add another guy or person, let's put it that way, on the staff at the end of the year. But he'll do well.
Coach, I've known you since I've been 16 years old. I mean, I can sit up here and talk all day long about how you've changed my lives, and you've changed countless lives. How does this process continue for you? Because I know that you do not plan on stopping touching people and transforming people.
Well, you know, I'm going to spend a lot of time watching my grandchildren keep growing, 10 of them. But you know, I've been very fortunate. Like, you know, I've been very proud of you in how you talk about crossing bridges in your life. You had a huge bridge to cross, and you did it, and it's one of the great stories. You know, a lot of my guys have great stories. It may not be as public. Some of them are great pros, but a lot of guys they just keep growing, and their families keep growing. And you know, to keep up those relationships. You know, the fact that we have that means a lot to me. You know, last night when you sent that video of your kids and your little girl, hi, Coach K, and you know, you were taking too much of the picture. You should have just put her on. And I'm you know, with 3 daughters, I know she has you tied right around her any finger she wants. It's neat for me to see that in you. That you know, all you were used to be concerned about is scoring 30 points in a ball game. By the way, I was glad that you were concerned about doing that.
Well, you always taught me it was about something bigger than myself, and now I finally understand what you mean.